My ability to write poetry started in school. It didn't start from the records, it started from my education.
Hip hop is one of the things that encouraged me to want to write.
We have a lot of different programs to keep the students engaged, and one of the programs is the Hip Hop Literacy Institute program.
This would be a program that the students would be engaged and would keep them wanting to come back and be interested in.
So all programs that we create are designed to answer 3 basic essential questions. How does it benefit our kids? Does it bring honor distinction to our students? Is it economically feasible?
See, hip-hop is beyond music and entertainment.
So sometimes we'll use slang metaphors, and we allow slang metaphors to illustrate points.
What we try to do is bring something a little different. It's for our students to have more hands-on activities so they can do things that are experiential as opposed to just basic regurgitation of information.
Well, the major challenge is going from a low-performing school district to a high-performing school district. So you see the gap between low-performing and high-performing. The challenge is how do we get there?
I see the kids today very much like I saw myself. When I was a kid growing up, coming to school, we always kind of looked to identify with people who kind of understood where we were coming from, what we were going through, and have conversations with them about, you know, how we can kind of bridge the gap between education that we need as well as the community that we live in. So for me, every day I go to work, man, it's just a joy. I get to experience the kids on a personal level because they know that I understand exactly where they're coming from and what's going on.
During my time at the Asbury Park High School, I met a lot of great people. I met Mr. Marsico, I met Mr. Holmberg, I met Mr. Pierce, of course. He was one of the best security guards I ever met. Always taught me, always kept me on the good side. Every time I was in trouble, he always kept me, he told me what to do. He told me, you gotta be patient, you gotta keep moving, keep your head above the water.
I just want to bring a nice element to the building, to the environment, and just have the kids express themselves.
My name is Lamont Repollet, Superintendent of Schools. I'm in Asbury Park School District. Our motto is building a brighter future, and building a brighter future is about hope and opportunity.
Over 75% of our students in the Asbury Park schools are reading below grade level. Half of those students are reading 3 to 6 grade levels below. And so while we have wonderful blended learning programs that students are engaged in during the school day and school year, we really wanted to do something different in the summer.
So far this year for summer school has been a complete game changer for the students and the staff and the community.
Hip-hop opened us up to what was possible.
I'm really delighted to talk to you today about the Hip Hop Literacy Institute.
You gotta believe and reach for the sky. You gotta believe that your spirit soar high.
There's a core principle of hip-hop that was coined by KRS-One. It was called edutainment. Edutainment simply means educational entertainment. That idea wasn't really started by KRS. It was actually from the 1960s hippie movement that those principles developed. Conscious entertainment really comes from the hippie movement. So from the late 1960s to the 1970s, you had things like Electric Company, Sesame Street, different little conscious entertainment programs, Schoolhouse Rock. Those were entertaining educational programs.
H-I-P-H-O-P, epitome with a good student supposed to be.
We're here in the studio, Lake House Music Studios. So what we're going to be doing today is just recording the hook. We already got your vocals down yesterday at our mobile studio at the school. We brought that all here. Matt, the engineer, is taking your vocals and putting it to the new audio track.
H-I-P-H-O-P, epitome what a good student's supposed to be.
This would be a program that the students would be engaged and would keep them wanting to come back and be interested in.
The Hip Hop Literacy Institute was born out of the idea and the notion that innovative programming needs to be at the core of the instructional practices here in the Asbury Park School District.